I think that is the dopest thing. Honestly, one of the best things I've read so far. Gabbie, why? We were on such a good streak. Why did you have to ruin it? If I wasn't doing these videos, I would have stopped reading this a long time ago. Hey guys! Today I'm gonna be reacting to Adultolescence by Gabbie Hanna. If you're new around here, listen up, because I've got a little secret to tell you. I'm not just any reactor. I am Starlet the Starlet, and I'm a writer. So I don't just react, I review. And the way I do it is simple. If I like something, I add a point, starting from last video's total. And if I don't, I take one off. Now, as y'all can see, I've got a couple friends with me. This is Angel, and this is Seth. Okay, let's jump in. So this isn't even a poem. It's literally just statistics. And even worse, do you know what comes after each statistic? A smiley face. Not even an emoji. A keyboard smiley face. In a poetry book. Do you guys see that? All it says is K. And then further down, in a speech bubble, all it says is K. And then underneath that, it says read at 9:22. Say it with me, guys. That is not poetry. Right. The first poem of this video is called Deserved. I really don't get the point of this poem, like many other poems in this book. It starts off with Gabbie saying that she wishes the Oscars had a Best Extra category, and then she goes on to critique Jessica Lowry's acting in the same way other actors' acting is critiqued. I don't really tend to laugh at Gabbie Hanna's jokes, but I guess it's kind of funny to critique the acting of someone in the background, just because most of the time they do such minimal acting. She says that Jessica Lowry's ability to fill space and pantomime conversation is unprecedented. I've got to be honest though, I don't really watch movies all that much, so I have no idea who Jessica Lowry is. Like, this is kind of going over my head. Can someone tell me some characters she's played? Maybe by some chance I'll have seen her. So yeah, even though I don't know who she is, what I do know is that there's literally no point to this poem. Why put this in your book, you know? Like, it's one thing to write poetry like this, but to fill a book with it? Oh my gosh. This is the type of poem that you write at like 2 AM while you're slightly tipsy. And then you bury that Word document in a maze of folders so you don't have to look at it ever again. But no, Gabbie Hanna made the conscious decision to put this in amongst her other poems in this book. I'm sorry, but I feel like it's just a bit of a waste of space, you know? Next. The next one's called Live. Oh, ooh. Yo, oh my gosh. This is actually kind of decent. I don't know why this poem is hitting me like this. Gabbie isn't telling us any like shocking revelation. She's only telling us things we already know. Okay, it says that things don't get better when you're gone, like as in dead, because you can't feel relief if you're a carcass. And then it says if it's the shadows that you're running from, just remember that dead eyes only see darkness, i.e. only see shadows. So yeah, she's not telling us anything new, but I feel like if this was said to someone who is running from shadows, as she puts it, I think it could be a bit of a wake-up call. I actually do like this one. Like, I tend to pick on poems for being like this short and for not really telling us anything new, but in this case I feel like it worked. Like, this has a sort of blatantly honest vibe going on because of the length of it and the choice of words. Like, it's just long enough for Gabbie to make her point, you know, and once she's made her point, it's over. And then the use of words like carcass is what gives this such an honest vibe, because the word carcass ain't cute. Like, the hard C's in that word make it a really hard-hitting word. Plus, the meaning ain't cute either. Like, there are nicer words for a dead body. So yeah, this is a good one. I might even go as far to say that it's one of my favorites so far. Anyway, next. Oh my days. Gabbie. Why? We were on such a good streak. Why did you have to ruin it? The next poem is called Advice 9. Another advice poem. Gosh, y'all know how much I hate these. Oh, let's see what she's saying this time. Please don't tell me she ruined it already. Oh my days. Of course she did. Hashtag unimpressed. Once again, Gabbie has tried to use the most mundane things that happen to her as a metaphor and turn it into something inspirational. She said that when she was a kid, she thought she'd never be able to swallow a pill. Cause y'all know how kids are. They freak out over swallowing pills, alright? But now, Gabbie's grown up. And not only can she swallow a pill, she can swallow 2 at a time. So then she's like, because I can swallow 2 pills at once now, you too could be capable of achieving more than in your wildest dreams. What does her accomplishing something have anything to do with me though? Oh yeah, the other reason I'm so unimpressed by this is because I have sickle cell disease. And so I literally have to take dozens of pills every single day. I've been doing that my whole entire life, literally since birth. And I literally have about 10 different medications I have to take. And it just gets so damn tedious. Taking each pill one by one. It would take a while, first of all. Second, you get filled up so quickly because you have to drink a ton of water with them. And so because of those reasons, what I've got into the habit of doing is just taking all my medicines in one shot. So yeah, Gabbie, 2 pills doesn't impress me. Oh, that's what these were. Can you see that? Like, there's a bunch of stuff at the bottom of the page, and I've literally been wondering what those are until now. They're pills. They don't look like pills. Like, I know there are a lot of different types of tablets, but these don't look like any tablets I've seen. A few of them vaguely look like tablets, but the rest of them are questionable. Gabbie said that not only did she write all the poems, but she also did all the drawings. And yeah, like, quite a few of these drawings have been kind of questionable. So, maybe invest in some art lessons. The next poem is called Ghost, and it also comes with a drawing. What the heck? It's of a girl who's tied up in, like, the cord of a telephone. Alright, I'm not 100% sure what this is talking about exactly, but I can appreciate the way it was written. Like, this poem ain't the best, but it ain't the worst either. What I can tell is that it's another relationship poem, which probably means that it was a toxic relationship, because pretty much all the relationship poems so far have been about toxic relationships. So yeah, even though this isn't the worst poem, I think I'm still going to take a point off. Just because, in my opinion, it's a bit too vague. And like I said, we've already had so many of these poems. So next, Hurry. This one ain't getting a point either. It says, good things happen to those who wait, except when there's free food involved. That stuff goes quick. Basically saying that if you're going somewhere that has free food, you need to get there quick, because if you take your time, you ain't gonna get no food. But yet again, that wasn't a poem. Next one is called Burn, and it comes with a drawing of an empty room with a smoke detector in it. Oh wait, there's also a crowbar. I thought that was like the railing of a set of stairs, because it's placed weirdly, bruh. Oh my days. So in this one, Gabbie says that she smashed her smoke detector because she'd rather die a very painful death than have her smoke detector judge her every time she tries to cook bacon. I doubt this is true. It better not be. I think Gabbie's just trying to be funny again, but missing the mark. But if she actually did do this, Gabbie, I hope your house burns down. End of. The next one, oh, it's long. Wow. This one's called 2020. It's clear from the start this is about an abusive relationship. Like, not just toxic, straight up abusive. Alright, so for the majority of the poem, Gabbie describes how this guy physically abused her and time after time left her with cuts and bruises. Yo, this dude did a lot. Like, he made false promises, he cheated on her, he played games with her emotionally. And apparently, the friends and family of this girl were trying to, like, open her eyes to what he's really like, but she still stuck by him. Which brings us to the title of this poem. Like I said, it's called 2020, but she can't see that her boyfriend is abusive. And the final line in this poem is, love is blind, but then in brackets it says, in pain. So it really says, love is blinding pain. Honestly, this isn't my favorite poem, but I still think I'm gonna give it a point. Because I feel like there's more positives than negatives here. Like, this one is actually written somewhat well. Like, it has a theme, it tells a story, it has a decent, consistent rhyming scheme. The main reason I'm not raving about it though is just because this theme has been done to death by this point in this book. And we've only just passed like the halfway mark, which ain't a good sign. You do not want readers to be tapping out of your book this early. And I have got to admit, if I wasn't doing these videos, I would have stopped reading this a long time ago. I doubt I would have hit the 20th page. The next poem is called Punishment, and it's not a poem. This is not a poem, it's 2 lines. It says, if you plan on giving someone the silent treatment, make sure they give a damn about what you have to say. I mean, she's kind of right. I kind of agree with what she's saying. This is a bit too relevant for me right now, because I happen to be giving someone the silent treatment right now. I don't know if I appreciate Gabbie coming for me like that. But yeah, like I said, that's not a poem. The next one's called Hero. This one is kind of interesting because Gabbie tells us a bit about her family, mainly about her great-grandmother. She talks about how her grandmother was hard of hearing and wore a hearing aid, and how sometimes during the holidays, like at Christmas and stuff, if the rest of the family were being loud and annoying like they can be, which I'm glad Gabbie's aware of, yeah, during those times her great-grandmother would just turn her hearing aid to mute. She literally tapped out of the conversation at just the switch of a knob. And at the end, Gabbie says that her disability had become her superpower. And I think that is the dopest thing. Honestly, one of the best things I've read so far. Like, it's just so sweet of Gabbie to see her great-grandmother that way. And I love the fact that she named this poem Hero as well. Like, it's such an awesome way to see someone's disability. And for a lot of people with disabilities, like myself, there are times where it can genuinely be a superpower for us. Like for me, I'm immune to malaria. And I also have an insane tolerance for pain. Like, things that the average person would consider painful probably wouldn't bother me that much. Just because the pain of a sickle cell crisis is that bad. Like, I've always said it feels like you're being stabbed by flaming knives over and over and over again. Just non-stop for weeks. My friends who also have sickle cell and have had children, they say that sickle cell pain is worse than childbirth. So yeah, it's one of the worst pains out there. But it always gets slept on because it tends to affect minorities, when really in the UK, I'm pretty sure it's the most common genetic blood disorder there is, yet you barely hear about it. Like, have you guys ever seen one of those charity adverts for sickle cell? You see them all the time for cancer, for Alzheimer's, for HIV, yet for sickle cell, it's like they don't exist. It's like we don't exist. Anyway, that's where I'm gonna leave it for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give that like button a little kiss. And subscribe to become a Starlet. Don't forget to follow me on Snapchat, Instagram and Twitter. And if you have read something that's just left you shook beyond repair, let me know in the comments. Alright, I'll see y'all later. Bye!